to remind you that, in my opinion, I think that too much emphasis is placed on competitions. I think that the main value of a competition is self-challenge. So when you decide you're going to do an instrument-making competition, it forces you to put your best foot forward, plan it out, and say, I'm going to do my very best because I'm going to show it among my colleagues and peers, and I want it to do the very best job. And that might give you that extra 5 or 10% edge that you wouldn't get if you're just ordinarily making an instrument on your own. Of course, everybody who comes to a competition wants to win. Everybody who comes to a competition expects to win. And there are very few winners, but I think if you attend a competition with this spirit in mind, to do your very best and to continually improve, then it might be kind of a cliche, but I think everybody is a winner there. It really is true. So I think the process is nice, but I think there's too much emphasis on, you know, who wins the gold medal or who wins the highest award. I've judged many competitions over the years, and oftentimes the instruments which I like the best personally are not the instruments that win the awards. But when you're judging a competition, you're somewhat restricted by the scoring process. And so that's what I was doing. I was judging like, say, a juror in a trial would weigh the evidence and make a decision based upon what's given to him or her. I was weighing the evidence that was presented to me in the form of techniques on the instrument. So a lot of the process here is for me to respond to the various aspects of how technically well certain jobs are done. How well did you do the arching? How carefully was the purfling inlaid? What is the quality of the edge work and consistency there? Was the scroll well carved? Does it have flow to it? And on and on. And varnish, that's, you know, another category into itself. So I was just giving marks, technical marks, in my opinion, of the quality of the work of each of those categories. So you should take that away as it's just one indicator and one judge and my feeling. I also want you to know that during the judging process, some people look at the score, the overall score, and it might be a relatively low score compared to what is possible. And I don't want you to take a negative away from that, because I never use the highest scores anyway. That's reserved for Stradivari if he shows up here. You know, he might get some of those, but nobody here got them. I could never get them. That's sort of the absolute. That's as good as possible.
But so, you know, I was just going to say, Chris, I mean, so many careers are based on this. I don't know if it's good or bad, but it just happens. I mean, VSA is very important to so many people.
Well, it's true that if you win a gold medal at a competition, it definitely helps your career, but by no means guarantees it. And I've known quite a few people who won gold medals and it looked like they were right on track to do extremely well professionally, and they never really made the cut. And conversely, I've known quite a few people who've never competed, or they've competed not so successfully, and they've continued on very successful professional careers. And so there's no true path. The best path is to, you know, get up every morning and do your very best work, find your own style, and deal with the customers and learn what musicians want and need, and fulfill those requirements, and I think you'll do fine. So that's why I say I don't think, you know, the number of style points on a competition is the end all of the be all.